Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Here we go, 47. Hey, defense, let's go. 66, go, now. Here we go, kill. Shit. Check nickel. Hatchet.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Cooper in for a difficult matchup this afternoon. He's going to be covered by Xavier Rhodes. That could be a fun one to watch.
Without a doubt, because when you're talking about corners that have to match up best on best, Xavier Rhodes is up for the challenge. And if you throw one of those willowy receivers his way, one of those tall ones, that really goes right into his wheelhouse. He's one of the bigger corners in the league. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's caught, Smith. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. On play action, Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Cousins now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Cousins now from the 50. And Diggs has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Wide. Wait, son. Check that.
Cousins.
Let's go, defense.
The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
To throw is Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
They'll run for it with Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The extra point up and good, and it's now 14-0.
Vikings 14, Cowboys nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Check 13. Bang.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long. Go. Get out there. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Right. Hey, switch. Kill. Here we go. 47. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. Cooper's got it. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the third time in 4 NFL seasons.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, Harry.
Pollard going to try the right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
25. Check. Fresno. Alert 3. Shift. Watch the shot.
On second down now. It's Elliott. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. 27 yards there, a first down. He was doing everything he could to get the 6 points, a little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral him. Now, they've got some work to do in this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
They'll try to run it with Morris. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Alfred Morris, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Second down, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Cousins on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
I know, easy. Move.
3rd and long for Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
47. Hey, kill. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, ready, take it.
Prescott now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's now 3rd down.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year.
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on third. And that's caught by Smith. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
54 Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On second and 11 now. Cousins, that one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
To Stephon Diggs. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Tackles. All right, now here we go.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Cousins on the keeper, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Cook. It's a gain of 16.
There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
36-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Shit. He's coming. He's coming. Double up.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb, his third touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the curve. Check. Yellow.
On first and 10, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, orbit.
Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Bound to lose one.
Here we go.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again. It's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins again. He's got his man. This is Jackson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Good route here.
Check, Mike.
Five.
Check the out. Check the out.
First down. Here's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Cousins to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. This D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pit.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
On first down, Elliott. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
Quick the edge. Come. Rush in.
26.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Watch the twins. Check 61. Matchbox white. Yo.
Cousins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Vikings on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. On the carry, it's Cook. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Cousins.